What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Bucket City. Doing a little planting this afternoon and figured I'd shoot a short piece of video, but I said, you know what? I might as well just do the whole video. Usually I try to do it Sunday mornings, but it's quiet and I've got the phone out, the rest of the rig out, so figure let's just wrap it all up and do it all at once. These blackberries are doing pretty well. A little discoloration on a couple of the leaves, but they look healthy, and although it looks a little dry on top, I've been watering them every other day. Try not to overwater because it says usually like once a week. Blackberries are just jamming. Look at that shadow, isn't that lovely? Trying to, work around it. Anyways, got blackberries coming in. Seems to be just on this half of the plant. Nothing going on here, nothing on here, but a good healthy plant nonetheless. This blueberry, they're a little bit smaller than the peach sorbet, but it's also a newer plant, and nothing yet from the mulberry, but looks good. This fig has always looked pretty good after, well, this is one that was more of an established plant, right? So you pay a little bit more money, you get a little bit more plant. Here's the multiplying onions. They're actually, there's new growth on there. So that's really cool. And new growth coming out of the ones in the buckets as well, so I figured I'd start them in the buckets and just work at them from there, and if they grew, transplant them. If not, or they grew too much, transplant them. If not, let them go in that bucket, and then you're going to basically pull them out, harvest a couple, and replant anyway. So cucumbers are doing okay. These are a little runty. Granted, I started some of these and was a little cooler. I put some more seeds in yesterday. I'm out of the green apple, which is the second half. So there's nothing going on back there. And these, if I remember right, are either the Wisconsin SMR or they are the Space Masters. I don't remember, and I didn't put tags in here, so who knows? I may have to go back to the video and look myself. Beans have started to do their thing. I need to get a couple more little bamboo stakes and kind of get them more trained to go up the trellis. These are the tongues of fire. Actually, look at that. I didn't see these. They've been hiding. Check those out. So they're a flat bean. What's really cool is when you cook these, the stripes or the striations go away. But anyways, you can see some buds. So there's the first couple beans on these plants. These would be the dragon tongues, and there's some hiding in the back corner here. I'll try to scoot around the back alley real quick. And I did plant some more yesterday to kind of fill in the empty spots. And these are the rattlesnake beans. Trying to see if there's any beans hanging out. Been trying not to disturb the plants too much, but this one's been starting to trellis pretty well. I just wish the rest of the plant would do it. And then I planted snap and snow peas yesterday. Got on the back alley here. See if we can see what I saw yesterday. Lots of buds. Oh, you know what? It must have been these. Same spot. There's another bean hiding under there. So it was the tongues of fire that has some beans. The dragon tongue, not yet, but soon enough. Then the rattlesnake. I'm gonna bet there's probably a bean or two hiding in here, but it's just starting to do its thing. So anyways, I've got a jungle. I've got to bust out the lawnmower today or tomorrow. Also planted blue lakes. These are blue lake bush beans, so they grow well in the container. Garlic, starting to lose a few leaves. I think I've got, I'm gonna see if I can push another month or so before I look at harvesting the garlic. And then the onions, they're starting to slowly die back, so I'm guessing I've got a month or so there. Don't do much with rosemary, but the plant's growing. And a lot of strawberries. Not quite ready to pick, but there's a fair amount hiding in there. There's some starting in there. And then the bigger plants, there's some hiding in there. I harvested about 5 or 6 earlier in the week, and they were really good. So right now I'm working on is getting the little radish tubs going. So there's been tons of videos of different people using muffin tin. So I went to the dollar store, bought a cheap muffin tin. I'm not going to use my muffin tin out here in the dirt and whatever and keep taking that back and forth. That's just not right. Anyways, so just threw it in here, wiggled around, make yourself some little divots, then throw your seeds in and cover them up. So that's what I have to do next, is throw some seeds in. So I'm going to do French breakfast. The order I don't know, and I've got German giant and watermelon radish. So they all grow at different rates, so we'll see what happens. I replanted the dormant strawberry starters I had, but I think they were too dry, but I planted them anyways. We'll see what happens. I think they're just going to be at a loss. I mean, they were like $2 or $3 in a little box, and they were sitting in the garage, so not a lot going on there. I wish I could say, oh, there are some blossoms. Hey, what do you know? Ask and you shall receive. Some buds starting. I need to get in and trim some of these trees down. Just, it's all about desire and need. I think this week is fertilize week. I don't remember. So here's the lone baby apple hiding out in here. I don't see anything else, but I'm also staring right at the sun. I was hoping to see an apple on this one, but nothing yet. But it's a good healthy plant, so. And then, as we looked at last week, there's just tons of them. There's a pretty good sized one trying to do its thing. There's 3 there, there's 3 there, 4, 5, 6, 7, there's dozens. So between the fertilizing and the trimming, it's just a super happy trees. Not sure if I'm supposed to go in and thin them out or not. I'm just going to let them do their thing, and not a lot going on with the lemons and limes, so we'll just kind of bypass those. I need to get that stood up a little better, but haven't got out here. The wind just keeps this hanging over, and the plants are getting pretty heavy. The peach sorbet is doing really well, and that's what these 3 are. So hopefully next year they'll be producing. Tomato plants starting to kick in a little bit, get a little growth spurt. You can see that it's over the first rung here. This one hasn't got there yet. That one's starting. These pepper plants are a little slow. And then you know, potato city, but they've got to sit here for 90 to 120 days. So I think next weekend, because I've got not a lot of time this weekend, I think next weekend I'm going to poke into one of these four red buckets. These are red potatoes from the first batch, and then we got the 2 Yukons from the first batch. Then we've got those 2 from the second batch, and these are kind of like the third batch. Then I've got more seed potatoes in the garage, so we'll see what happens. And we'll end with the crazy horseradish plants. Like I showed in the beginning video, same plants, same type of box. And you can see the difference between the two. It's so weird, right? So other than that, that's it from Bucket City this week. Thanks for watching.